Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. I'm Sonia from Truesoulintuition, and we're here to do a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus to see what's going on in your love space, in your heart chakra, and your love life. We're going to have a discussion with your spirit guides and my spirit guides, and we're going to see what spirit brings forward for you to know about the situation that you're currently dealing with. I hope everybody's good. Welcome to my channel anyway, and if you're new, please like, share and subscribe if you resonate with me as a reader. And to all those returning, welcome back. I do appreciate all the support you guys give me. It's been pretty intense lately. Once I got my mojo back, I started feeling the love vibe from everybody, which is good. If you're interested in following me over to Facebook, just know that I have a Facebook page and I've linked that below. If you want to know any details about me, private readings and my email and all that stuff is all linked below, as well as the birth charts. If you want to know what your birth chart is and you're not too sure what that is, feel free to have a look and explore my channel however you deem fit. Okay, guys? So let's just get into it. As I shuffle this particular deck, I've changed it up. I've just got this beautiful Moonology deck, and I will read the meaning of the card that I pull, and it just sets the tone for the rest of your reading. Okay, guys? This is the Moonology Oracle deck, and as you guys know, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. If it does, it's awesome. If it doesn't, then feel free to look at any other messages in your birth chart placements. So if you're a Gemini Sun, look at your Moon, your Rising, your Venus and your Jupiter, and it may actually get a better idea or grip on what's going with your current situation, because you'd be surprised how the other placements in your chart resonate. All right, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, feel free to switch off and go find someone else that may have your message as well. Roles can be reversed, guys, so I may refer to a card as being you may see that card as being someone else, so feel free to switch it however it fits. Cross watches are welcome, so if you're dealing with a Gemini, just know that it may play out from your perspective and it may not always be what you want to know. So please don't shoot the messenger. And this is a timeless reading, guys. So you'll get the right message at the right time. I never put a time frame on it, because you could watch this from 3 months from now and it completely resonate. And that's just how the universe works. So don't be afraid to have a look at some of the old messages I've got out there. If you resonate with this one, there might be something a little bit more for you in the past messages for Gemini. I always love Gemini energy anyway. It's always, even when you're sad, you're up. You try. It's a constant trying. And you got to be, held in high regard for that, Gemini, no matter what people may say. I don't know why I'm saying that, but, I think you understand. Oh, before I do anything, I just want to clear the space and tap into my heart chakra. That's just my on button, guys. We all need some way to turn it on and off, and that is my on button. That allows spirit to connect to me and my heart chakra, allow me to be able to process the thoughts and insights I'm getting. Of course, we're just going to get a lot of interference from literally everybody that lives in my neighborhood and all the neighborhood dogs. That's all right. That's all right, Gemini. I've got the door wide open, actually, because I like the light coming in when I'm doing readings, and it gives a bit of a shadow effect, but it's I might as well appreciate the sun while it's still here. It's actually gone into autumn for New Zealand, so let's get it on. Let's get it on, Gemini. Here we go. Can I please have a Moonology Oracle card for the energy of the Gemini collective, please? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. We just want one, okay, guys? One, please. Thank you. Let's have a look, Gemini. This is the first time I've used this, so You got new moon in Pisces. It says meditate and contemplate. So there must be an issue that's going on that's straining a lot of your mental energy, that's making you feel a little bit down and out. So just be mindful that you may be, oh, look, we're straight to it. Isn't that scary? Isn't that scary, guys? Obviously, you're supposed to. And it says, the message is, Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism and hopeless romantics. It is a sign of water in the unconscious. Its energy is deep like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth. Okay, yeah, it tells me, what? Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth. Unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. So there's some kind of truth you have to face. This basically is the high priestess. So they want you to tap into your intuition. But that also means in doing that you have to become, you have to come into a space where you're detached but feeling. So it's not overwhelming you, but you're allowing the feelings to come in, because you might be trying to block something here. I just got, that hopeless romantic really jumped out at me. So you might be fixated on a love space. But it's like that hopeless romantic, it's something that you may feel is hopeless. There's no hope here, but you'll be surprised what will come out with spirit. Let's get into it. Let's see what they say. So we're going to get the energy of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and Jupiter, and see what brought you to this reading. So we're just going to see what Spirit has to say about Gemini and your energy. So I can have the energy of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What brought them to this reading? Oh, we got one. Any more that wants to come out, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? We got two. All right. To be fair and orphaned. Oh, gosh, guys. So you're trying to bring balance to a situation where you're feeling disconnected, detached. Yeah. Why am I getting that song? I heard, "Are you lonesome tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart?" I don't know. Feeling a little bit melancholy, are we? You want to bring balance to it. So for me, there's some type of hope. You do feel hopeless. Like it feels like the situation, not you don't feel hope. The situation may feel hopeless or seem hopeless, with this orphan energy here. So it may be like a situation that you feel alone in, or left out in the cold. This is giving me the Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles type of energy. So it is a 5, resonates with change, conflict, drama, loss and regret. So it can be all-encompassing in that space. But you're not as, I like this. Actually, this is what your energy is. The Pisces new moon is because you are trying to bring, you're feeling it, but you're trying to bring yourself back into an alignment here. So you're feeling it, but you're weighing it up at the same time. You're balancing that. So you're not feeling, you are feeling it, but you're not letting it overwhelm you. It's sort of like, I know why I'm feeling sad right now, and it's okay to be sad, especially if you're feeling isolated from the person, or at least at a distance from them. Like you just feel abandoned or left alone. You know what I mean? They may have ghosted you. They may not be contacting you. They may not be doing the things that you want them to do, or what you'd like them to do. But don't worry, with this To Be Fair card shows that there's justice coming to this situation, and that not to give up hope, because when you see the Justice card with like an injustice, like the injustice of being orphaned, so something bad happened where you felt like you were alone, it's showing here that they're bringing justice to the situation. So I feel like some type of communication, because the Justice or the to be fair, holds the truth in it. You know, they see the clarity in it, the communication comes with Libra. It's a Libra energy as well. So it's just an air element, referring to the air elements of the logical mind. But Libra is always the epitome of love, as they are Venusians. So, you know, it's definitely about love. It's about, okay, they just said bring love into the situation. I saw that before, prior to this reading, was that phrasing. Bring love into the situation. So if you can't get love from, you know, it's that song. If you can't be the one, be with the one you love, then love the one you're with. And so it's just like, have fun, and don't allow yourself to stop living, because I feel like you've kind of stopped there. You're kind of just building, you know, like a black hole sun, basically. Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away my tears. You know, it's like that melancholy type of, you know, you're going emo, you're going goth, you're going dark side. But in that real, it's sort of more dramatic. It's more of a dramatic energy. So they're asking you to just find acceptance in the space. Yes, you can feel sad, but don't allow it to consume you or subsume. I don't know what that means, but that's the word they want to use. Your person, though, blessed in reverse. Okay, they're not seeing the gift that's been laid out in front of them, and unfinished symphony, so they're coming back around. This is unfinished business, but just recognize that sometimes, okay, this seems to be an ongoing theme with all the zodiacs, is that sometimes, just sometimes, people aren't ready at the same time that you're ready. Okay, people aren't ready when you're ready. Sometimes they're just. You know, and not in a space of being available emotionally. This person does think about you. They do recognize that there's something they want to, but it's of completion, okay? They haven't quite mastered their, because blessed is a gift from the universe plonked on your lap without having to make much effort. Now, this person is in denial of this gift, which is this connection, or it's like they're looking. Why did you say that? They just called this person a donkey's ass, which is an ass, which is weird because ass. I'm sorry. I just feel like this person's just a little bit like, you know, just showing me Homer Simpson. Like, it's, you know, it's the monkey mind. You know, they're very focused on this certain goal that they're missing. You know, it's like they're so much in the past and so much in the future that they're not experiencing the present. And the present is what matters in this reading. And they're just missing it. They're literally missing it. So they're missing opportunities to be with Gemini. Because Gemini is feeling it, though, the disconnection, Gemini is feeling it in this blessed in reverse. So what is blessed in reverse, guys? It's not good energy. So your person has to deal with their karma. They got a lot of karma they got to deal with, because they may not have always been a good person in their life. They may have always made good choices. They may have they may have put you on the block, so they may have chopped you, the chopping block, you know what I mean? Because they had to finish up loose ends of their demise. You know, your person's fallen from grace is what they're telling me. Whatever that means to you, Gemini. But you're feeling it, which is a sad fact that you are feeling the remnants of this connection. And as your person falls from grace, so do you. Maybe not physically, but emotionally, you're feeling the disconnect. And this person is in some way, shape or form exacting that. So they are the ones choosing that for now. It's just for now, because here you have that unfinished symphony. So, you know, their heart song is with you. That's what I want to say. That, you know, we all talk about love. Love is a heart song. Love is a frequency that you admit. And they'll get to a point where they literally cannot go on without hearing your heart song, because they'll miss that space. They'll miss the places that you filled up. Well, the places that you filled up with your energy and your essence will now be a void. And guess where the void is? The void is in their heart space. But I would say right now that they're out of tune and not worthy of your essence. Okay? I'm just going to see the mutual energies you guys share. Can I have the mutual energies of Gemini and the person that they're thinking about right now? Gemini and the person that they're thinking about right now. Thank you. Yin. The energies that you share is quite a beautiful energy. It's union energy. Okay, the yin, the loving, the nurturing, the essence, the water. It's quite a deep energy. I feel like you guys, that's Empress energy. So the clean it up just fell out, and they want me to put it here. Your person, very toxic. It's let's just say they're not in alignment with you, and they have toxic tendencies, and you're very well aware of this. They see third parties. So for those Geminis that didn't know, there may be third parties they're tying up. Loose ends is what they're saying. Loose ends. They've got a lot of loose ends. They're dealing with their karma or karmics, if you want to say. I'm saying plural, but there could just only be one. That's a toxic energy that you don't need to be a part of. So for me, I feel like this person's pushed you away because they know they got to fix this. Because if they move forward with you, especially when the love is there, there's love there. This person adores you. You know what I mean? They adore you, Gemini, but they deny you. So rejection is God's protection. I might have said this before. I might have said this to somebody else, but I'm feeling that. Sometimes they push us away because they don't want to hurt you. You have to look at it with a clarity and a grain of salt. Let's be real. Let's be real, Gemini. Your person, you already know that they're not good all the time. I think you would have known that going into this, and I think you would have known that well with this person. And I think in some way, shape or form, you're not surprised by them doing what they've done. Okay? Nothing would surprise you when it comes to this person, because it's not that they are proud of what they do, but it's just something that they do. Like they're just prone to making really poor choices. But the only good choice, and they'll acknowledge this, the only good choice they ever made in their life, and now this is something that Spirit's bringing forward really strongly, is the choice to have love for you. That love still lives. Whether you want that or not, Gemini, if you're a mad Gemini not wanting this person back, then this message is not for you. And feel free to leave. But if you're a Gemini that's longing for someone to come back, just know they do love you in that deep, respectful, beautiful way. They know who you are to them. They know that with you they grow and that they're nurtured, and vice versa. When they're with you, it's good. But when they go away, it's bad. That's how you feel. I love you when you're with me, and I miss you when you're gone. The thing is, this person is the same, but they deny it because they have so much other karma to deal with. They're distracted by other toxic energies, and it's not good. And when you fall out of the grace of heaven, and I'm not getting biblical here, but when you fall out of the grace of heaven, you're falling for the devil energies, the toxic energies, the addictions, the downward spiral of life, the low vibrational spaces, and you just welcome in negative space like that. And I don't think Gemini deserves to be in that space. I don't believe Gemini likes being in that space. You're an air energy. You like being up. That's where you're high vibe when you're feeling up, and you're more in your element and creative when you're feeling up. So, up as in high, vibrational, happy, delighted, delicious. It's like delightful. It's but also there's that word delusional. Like there's very different aspects to your personality. So just be mindful of what is real and what is not in this situation. Get a lot of grounding. I feel there's, meditate and contemplate. Meditate is, get out in nature and take that moment to quiet your mind and detach from your emotions and allow yourself to really see things for how they truly are, because balance, only you can bring balance to this situation. This person is very unbalanced. Very unbalanced. And you don't need that. The only time they feel imbalanced is with you, because you're like the mother. Yin is the mother energy, the mother essence. You look after them, you tend to them. You make sure their needs are met. But, even if you're masculine, even if you switch it, you've just got that really healing, nurturing vibe about you. You care, you love. And there's nothing wrong with that. And really, it's hard when you're a good person in the world and you're coming across negative people. And the thing is, you fall for negative people. We all do it. We've got big hearts. When you're someone that has a big heart, and then you come across someone that has a broken heart, or is broken or fragmented psychically, or not psychically, subconsciously, it's hard to fix. But you want to, because you've got a big heart. You know what I mean? So let's see the emotional space of Gemini. How does Gemini feel about their person in this reading, please, Spirit? How does Gemini feel about their person in this reading? Please, Spirit. How does Gemini feel about the person in this reading? The energy of this person, please. Yeah, I'm just going to be honest. I got 3, but the top one will be the one that I pick. The Otter. You're completely focused on this person. You've loved this person a long time. This is no short jaunt in the park. This is a long road, because it's indicating that you may have known this person for a long time, since you were young, because this is about innocence and about playfulness and about just unconditional love. And there's the unconditional love here. So how do you love this person? You have unconditional love for this person. Okay? You love this person. You're looking at this person like, hey, do you want to play? Do you want to play? I just want to hug you. I just want to smooch you. It's like that really kind, flirty energy, but fun and not too heavy. You don't try to be too heavy on this person, which is interesting. I feel like you're more heavier on yourself than you are on this person. Like, you'll feel more disappointed in letting this person down than this person actually letting you down. They don't feel the same depth that you go to. Do you know what I mean, Gemini? So, that gave me a fright. So just know that, you have loved this person a long time, and there's nothing wrong with it. So let's see how this person feels about Gemini. Person coming towards Gemini in this reading. How do they feel about Gemini, please? You got the spider. Well, actually, the spider's an interesting card. It's very complex. This person is very complex in how they feel about you. Interestingly enough, how they feel about you is a spider in a web. Okay, a complicated. This person just keeps indicating it's complicated. Okay, that might be their status. It's complicated. On Facebook, I don't know if they still have that stuff anymore, because I never look at people's statuses. But it's, I'm just hearing it's complicated. How they feel about you is the full spectrum of light, from dark to the brightest white to the darkest dark. I think they've been with you for a long time, so they know all aspects of your personality, and you're very complicated to them. The thing is with the spider is that the spider is an observer. Okay? They watch, they wait, they pounce. So okay. It's a complicated connection, you know, but for some odd reason, it always leads back to you. No matter how much this person goes off and creates a ladder here and there and there and there, and oh my gosh, this person, they're a mess. They're a mess, Gemini. It's like Jacob's ladders, what I got told, but I'm just seeing a whole bunch of ladders in this picture. This person's not used to settling down for long. I'll be honest, Gemini. I think you even know that about yourself, that they come and they go, and that's how they like it, because they have vampire energy. They're draining to be around too long. And I think, I'll be honest, Gemini, I think you adore them and you absolutely put blinders on when it comes. You know, you're like a horse in a race, and they've got the flaps over their eyes, they've got blinders on, and they just run. And you go full tilt forward towards this person, and this person withdraws when there's a threat. So if you put them on the defense, they withdraw into their little hole. Oh, God. And when they feel like, when they get you caught in their web, then they come and they suck the essence out of you. And they're quite happy with that. But they do think and dream about you. They, you know, you both dream about each other. They just said web of lies, and then they said dream weaver. So in the same respect, for as much as this person has pulled you in with their bullshit, there's a lot of fantasy that they have about you. Like they can be quite consumed with the thought of you. Do you know what I mean? Like they'll start missing you and they'll start feeling it. But when they get overwhelmed, they withdraw. Just know that's just how they work. Some people just work that way. You know, they're not very good with emotions. See, the spider, when they mate, they rip the heads off their mate. You know, like they're heartless. They're cold. They cut. It's like that cutting off. You know, when they cut you off, they really cut you off. And it's hard to get this person back on side. You know, you have to woo them out. You have to basically be bait for them. Allow them to bite you. Allow them to draw your energy out. And that's really unfair. It's sort of parasitic a little bit, and I don't really like that energy. And they may not be like that at all, but their energy is like that, okay? Yeah, their energy's not the greatest, and you've got such beautiful energy focused towards this person. Look how you see them. Look, you're just like, hey, I love you. Hey, come and play with me. You know, you're just calling them out gently. And you'd be a goof for this person. You'd play the fool for this person. That's the thing. And this person's always cold. Like they love when they want to mate. They love you. You know, when they want to make little spider babies, they love you. But when after that, when the job is done, when the time is gone, they rip your head off. Do you know what I mean? So you just have to be mindful when dealing with this person. If they have not changed their toxic ways, all they will do is drain you energetically. So emotionally, this person is complicated. Very, very, very complicated. Did I say very? Am I really accentuating that word to you, Gemini? All right. Let's see emotionally the mutual energies that you share. No, straight away. I'm scared to look. I feel like Gemini needs good energy. Come on. Well, you actually have good energy, but when you pull people into your guys' reading, they're gonna consume over the top if they have a lot of negative energy. So we'll just yeah. Yeah. Mountains to molehills, that's what they said. Okay, so there's been a lot of obstacles in this path, on this path. See, this has been a long journey. Look at this elephant. This elephant's worn out, but it's like, I'm going to cross the finish line. This is Ganesha. I have Ganesha sitting up here. He is one of my spirit guides, or the energy that comes forward as a spirit guide. Sometimes they dress themselves up as a guide, as a certain energy, because they want you to understand a certain type of concept. But anyway, that's detailed, and I'll get into that another day. But Ganesha is about clearing the obstacles, but for some odd reason there's a lot of hills and mountains between us. Oh, I'm hearing that song. There are hills and mountains between us, always something to get over. If I had my way, surely you'd be closer. I need you closer. Yeah, I really feel that too. Like, the energies that just miss each other. But it's so hard, it's so complicated to be together. And the only reason why it's complicated is because of your person. It's not actually your energy. It's not your energy, Gemini. Your person is complicated. And so it makes this connection complicated. But it's beautiful. That song's beautiful. I love that song. What is that? Leda Adams? Get Here If You Can. Like, you'd accept them any way they gave themselves. If they gave themselves dressed in mud and wearing holy shoes, I'm just throwing this up, and they've got hair growing down to their chest, like if this was a man, if you're a man, if you're a woman, and this person showed up homeless, hairy, really hasn't had a shower for 25 million days, you would still accept them as your love, because for you it's not about how they look and what they have. See, this person doesn't understand that concept though. That person does not understand that it's not about what you have, and status is about how you feel. But because they don't understand feelings, because they're showing me that this person's fragmented. And that's why all the ladders. It's like their mind's gone, instead of coming to a point, in the middle, it spreads out, because they're high-functioning overthinkers. They overthink, they overanalyze, and then they just talk themselves out of shit, because it's just, that they don't show you that, though. It's like they're a poker face. They play it cool and calm and collected, but really underneath it all, they're a freaking mess. A toxic mess too. So just, this person makes my heart feel heavy and sad, because it could be so beautiful. You know what I mean? It could be beautiful. This person is so not aware of this. They'd rather deny it. They'd rather deny it than allow it, because that's how they cope. If I settle down, or if I don't get to have the freedom that I want, then, it's like it's like they have some type of trauma that they haven't healed from. You know what I'm saying? They have trauma that they haven't healed from, and it causes them to make all these really rash or impulsive decisions, which are not for the benefit of anybody but themselves. And I'm hoping that, I'm hoping this only resonates with one or two of you, because I'd hate to think that a whole lot of Gemini collective are dating this type of person. You know what I mean? It's disheartening for the human race. But that's because this person hasn't healed their trauma. Some type of trauma event. That's what they're telling me. It's an event. Something broke them. And it's not something that you can fix. They have to choose to fix it. That's the thing. It can't be forced. You can't feed someone love if they're unwilling to feed. No, not feed it. It's like you're feeding a monster. They'll just keep drinking from you and drinking from you until you have nothing. They're Dracula. Vampire energy. All right. Let's see what the tarot says. Let's see what they say about, what Spirit says about your person, Gemini, and this situation, and then we'll ask for an outcome. What does Spirit want Gemini to notice or take note of, please? What does Spirit want Gemini to know? Okay. We've got to get a bunch of cards so that I can just talk about it. All right. They don't want you to see the cards, so that's interesting. Any more for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? Any more for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? Any more for Gemini, Sun, Moon? Okay, last one. All right. So the card they want you to see is the full energy. Okay? I just heard reset. This is, for a lot of people, I don't know how people take this, but for me, I always see it as a reset. This is being able to take a leap of faith without emotional baggage. So be mindful of what you're blind to before you take that leap. You want to trust and believe in this person, that's fine. But, you know, they're saying pack light, as in when you come forward, don't bring up the past. Move on from this point, because I feel like this person's going to come around. Or you might have just started a new life. You may have just decided, you know what, stuff it. I'm not going to be the sad person anymore. I'm going to move forward. Or this is your person actually acting the fool and leaping off without knowing where they're going. Ace of Swords. Clear-cut communication, clarity, and epiphany. Okay? Some type of truth will come out. King of Swords. This is, you know. I just need to know this one. And Eight of Swords in reverse. All right. So I'm just going to move this along here. Gemini. I feel like what I want to say, and I don't know if Gemini's going to like this, but the cards won't talk to your person. Not these cards. They're talking to you. Not at this point. They only want to speak to you. And they're asking you to detach from your emotions to this person and begin again. And recognize that it's okay to do that, because you need to recognize the truth of the situation, because this is you right now, upright. They want it this way. And the thing is, the King of Swords, he's actually a good king. This is the air element. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, it's the air element. But Gemini, it's just Gemini. What they're asking you to do is to find your truth. What is true for you? And become unstuck. Become unstuck from this person. From this situation. Because Eight of Swords is being trapped voluntarily. But we know if we move the cards aside, you're waiting for this person. You know, with the orphaned energy, you just, you know, you are waiting. So they're asking you to let that go. And I know you don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that when they love somebody. When you love somebody. You know what I mean? When you love someone, set them free. Free, free, set them free. Set them free. Set them free, because it's like a bird, you know. You release a bird from the cage. The bird might return, because that's home. Homing pigeons. They'll always find their way home. But you have to realize that you can't be the cage. Because you become your own cage. Okay. So, here with the full energy, the Ace of Swords, King of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, they're literally asking you to find clarity, to detach from your emotions, to take a leap of faith into truth. Find your own truth and become unstuck from this situation. Okay? Here we have the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Seven of Wands in reverse. So there is some kind of dysfunction. Okay? But there is an offer of commitment coming forward. And I feel like this is going to come from your person. They may be a Taurus or a fixed sign. The Hierophant is the Taurus energy, but it's very about conformity and tradition. Okay? Another storyline that I'm getting is they may have made a commitment, but then they didn't put any work in, and then they kind of just ran away. There's a lot of running away with this person, you know. I don't like that. Can I please clarify the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands? I want to know why they run. Well, we know why they run, but I want it to be clarified. Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands, please. They're not putting any work into this connection. It's like they made a commitment, and then they decided no. So why no? So that's what we want to know. Why no? Look, they went dead. These cards went downright flat. The Chariot. That indicates distance. They decided to create this. They made the commitment and then they freaked out. And they went into Chariot mode, which is like, you know, they... I really don't want to say what I just heard in my head, but I know that's what I have to say, but I don't like saying it because it's not nice to hear that. But they found victory and success somewhere else at a distance. They feel more successful at a distance. Do you know what I mean? I'm just gonna tell you what they said. They didn't want to bet on the wrong horse. Now, you and this person may have a dysfunctional relationship, and I only want to say this because I feel like at some point there was a very strong dependence on this person, or this person had a very strong dependence on you, and in some way, shape or form, they love you, but they don't see it working. And so they choose to move away to find success and victory. They may feel connected to another person they see as a soulmate, by the way. Why did you say that? I think those... Yeah, okay. All right. Just so you know, that Chariot's coming back around. What they've done is they've gone away at a distance to find their success and their victory. I'm sorry, when they came... Okay. I did get it right, but I didn't. They did go away at a distance to find victory and success, but that's so when they come back... you know what I mean? They're the Emperor, but in reverse. So the Emperor in reverse means that this is a more flexible energy, because they may have been quite controlling, but that's because there's been a divine intervention here. Something's been fixed for you. It's like they made this promise, but they knew that they were messed up. So it looks like they're not putting any effort in. It looks like that they're repelling your. It looks. Is what they said. It looks like they're not putting it. It looks like they've gone away. But just know that they're coming back. Because you're the yin and they're the yang. But they're not a controlling yang. They're not like a King of Swords, which is very stiff and rigid. You know, this Emperor is a lot more allowing. They had to... Okay, this person definitely went away to fix themselves. They definitely felt better moving away or pulling away. But they were looking for their, you know, sometimes people have goals. And sometimes those goals will override their feelings, because it's like, I've been working for this all my life. You know, this is my one and only goal that I want. I must achieve this goal. And they'll sacrifice everything for this goal. This is your person. Your person is sacrificing everything for this goal that they have, is to be victorious. And then they want to come back and give the solid offer. They don't want to come back poor. I don't know why I'm getting that. Or a pauper. They want to come back an emperor, but a good emperor. The Emperor in reverse is, it's actually, they're a little bit unstable. They're quite impulsive is probably the only way I can say. They are quite impulsive. It's a nature that they won't be able to fight. It's something in them, you know what I mean? Why am I hearing that? They may be giving a lot of money to the church. You know, tithes and offerings to the church. Asking for spiritual guidance. Asking for forgiveness. Yeah. Good luck, Gemini. This person has a lot of trauma, but I feel like they want to come back when they're better. So if you want to allow them this time, then do it. But just realize that you got to keep living and getting unstuck from this feeling of being stuck and trapped in this situation. You know, get out of your headspace, or if you're going to be in your headspace, be in your headspace in a positive way. Meditate and contemplate. Find peace of mind. Feel the emotion, but also detach from it so it doesn't overwhelm you. Interesting though, the Pisces comes forward with 2 fish, you know, and you are the twin energy. So just be mindful. Everything comes in cycles. They come, they go. That's what they said. Until they decide to stay. Yeah, so it's pretty complicated, but there is love there. You definitely love this person. This person does love you, but it's their energies distorted. But you'll find justice to this situation. You won't be sad forever. Spirit doesn't want you to be sad, but it's your choice how you play it. You can move forward with a heavy heart or let it all go and jump with barely any emotional baggage. You know what I mean? Let it go. What do you need to let go of, Gemini? You know what I mean? If you love someone, set them free. And if they belong to you, they'll return. You know, what's meant for you is meant for you. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that right there. That's very complicated, but I keep saying that word, very complicated, but, you know, there is love here. There is some kind of silver lining to it all. Just trust and believe in who you are. Move into your truth, get to know yourself, and move out of the situation. Change it. Change it for you. You know what I mean? Get unstuck and start living your life. All right. All right, Gemini, take care. Bye, guys. Be safe.